Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be checking how your person thinks about you. This is your timeless reading, so it's valid for whenever you're finding it. So for pile 1 we have the elk and ash. For pile 2 we have the weasel and pine, and for pile number 3 we have the bee and pomegranate. So the timestamps are in the description box. Hi, hello everybody. This is going to be your reading if you pick the elk and the ash. So let's see how your person feels about you. So we're going to start off with some oracle cards. How does pile 1's person feel towards pile 1? We have depth, awareness, importance, and value. Time, waiting, cycles, and moments. Silence, frozen, no words, and stonewall. So it could be that you guys right now are in a little bit of a no contact situation. I feel like maybe you are the one that has been waiting for some time in order for them to reach out, or maybe it feels like you're always waiting on them to come around. You're always you're always waiting on them. You're always, you know, it's like you have to make the first move most of the time. So you kind of doubt what kind of place you hold in their life. And so, of course, sometimes this is capable of making us doubt of our self-worth. I've seen that a lot of people that are very secure, when they end up meeting someone like this, that is very inconsistent, they really start doubting themselves. Right? Which is really something that happens, unfortunately. Let's see what they would say to you if they could. I wish to be like you. Why do I feel this way? I can't let go of you. So yeah, it could be that this person keeps on coming back. They come and go whenever they please, and it just leaves you absolutely confused, right? So I'm seeing here that you are a person of depth. You are a person with self-awareness. You are a person that tries to always go deep when it comes to anything. And I feel like this person is a little bit more superficial. Maybe this person is an avoidant. So they really admire your capacity to be emotional, to live in emotion, to really even get to empathize with people, because that's how we connect, right? We connect with the world through empathy, compassion, understanding, listening, right? And they are incapable of doing that. So there's also this element of being a little bit envious of what you're capable of doing, and they don't know how to do these things, but I feel like they're not even doing anything in order to get to this point, right? I'm thinking that this person did not even believed, or they were not looking for this. Maybe they were looking for something a little bit more wishy-washy, a little bit more inconsistent, a little bit more, let's go with the flow and see, but you're not really like that. It's like we either like merge together, like we either have our souls connect together, merge together, or I don't want this, right? So this person is just feeling a little bit thrown off because they didn't know that they were gonna end up feeling this way. And so this is why they're pulling away, right? This is why there's this hot and cold all the time. They want to let go of you, I believe, because they don't know how to handle a situation like this. They don't really know how to handle a person that is this deep. They don't know how to handle a person that sees through them. They are not used to being understood so much. They are not used to this. But at the same time, this is what they desire the most. So they don't really understand. They are torn between what they have known their whole life, between their comfort zone and what they really desire, which is completely outside of their comfort zone, right? Okay, so let's get rid of these cards. And let's grab the tarot and see. So, Spirit, about pile 1's person, how do they feel? towards pile 1. Pile 1's person, how do they feel towards pile 1? Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Devil, and we have the Tower. Yep. This person, they want to do something. They want to do something about this. They know that when they start taking action is exactly when things are gonna get better. But it's like they have all of this motivation, they have all of these things, but they're blocked. They cannot manage. It's like, how is it called? The functional freeze, I think that's how it's called. That's like a term that I just came across. It's like when you want to be productive, but you're like glued to the couch. You really cannot manage to physically get up. And I feel like that's pretty much what they're experiencing, because they know very well that if they were to make a change, that if they were to actually do something, it's going to lead to this Tower moment that is going to destroy their sense of identity, that even if it's built on trauma responses, it's still comfortable and it's still safe. So right now their ego is playing a very big role into making sure that this doesn't happen, right? Their ego, their brain is playing a massive role. So your person can keep on feeling safe in their skin, because the brain is wired to keep us safe, not happy, not thriving. None of that is wired to keep us safe. Let's get the cards at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups, and we have Justice. You absolutely, this is the 3 of Swords. Absolutely, your person is also brokenhearted by the way that they are behaving. But this is all self-sabotage at the end of the day. It has absolutely nothing to do with you, of course. This is them self-sabotaging. They know that they're capable of giving a lot. This person really is capable of giving a lot, and they are aware of the fact that you want something that is more concrete, right? I feel like maybe they have managed to drag you along for some time with their nice words, with their empty promises, you know, because you kept on believing them, which is, you know, more than fair, to be honest with you. These kind of people, they can be extremely charming and very, very convincing. But it's like, now you're like, no, you're putting your foot down. You're like, no, I want actions, not words. This person wants to act upon everything that you need, that you want, and that you've expressed. But again, they cannot manage. I feel like this as well, this connection for them is a karmic lesson. It's managing to like change their perspective when it comes to relationships. I think that this person has always lived relationships with other people, whether they were friendships or romantic connections, with this element of being superficial, with this element of just having fun, with this element of just wanting to be lighthearted and just chillax, you know, and just enjoy life or whatever, never taking things too seriously because we only live once or whatever. But now you are managing to change this person's perspective. So this is a lot for them to process. If they're being hot and cold, if there is no contact, it's precisely because they are trying to process all of these things, because it's a lot. I feel like this person's spirit is trying to go through an ego death, through a dark night of the soul, but right now their ego is really, really clinging onto them. So it's very difficult for them right now. So of course, explanations are not by any means an excuse to accept a behavior that you do not want. Of course, if this is not aligned with you, if it's been long enough, you can absolutely tell this person to go. Be like, you know what, once you're fixed, once you're healed, maybe you can come back. Maybe I'll still be here. But until then, this is not for me. Maybe you've also tried to do this multiple times and they keep on coming back, but that's how we're supposed to defend ourselves even further. Talking to a friend the other day, she believes that blocking people on social media is extremely immature. But honestly, when it comes to these type of circumstances, I stand for it. Because why not? You have to defend. We have to protect ourselves at the end of the day. We cannot be healing and still have a door open for people that hurt us to come back and have access to us whenever they want. Let's see here what is going to be happening soon within the next 2 months, this person's actions towards you. We have the High Priestess. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords. If there is no contact, they're still going to maintain this no contact. They're still going to be hot and cold. They still will not know what they want. They're going to try very hard to cut emotional ties with you, but they will always keep on coming back. That's the thing. So I believe that this cycle is going to keep on going. Obviously, you have power over the situation. This person is highly unstable. You have power over the situation. You can allow this to go on, or you can just cut ties entirely. Like, it really depends on you. Sometimes when we're dealing with these people that we have a very strong connection with, we feel like we're stuck. We feel like we're prisoners, right? We're always trying to predict their next move in order to see exactly like where they have the intention to lead us. And often we forget that we have the power and the capacity to lead ourselves. All right, Pile 1, if this resonated, please let me know with a comment down below. This is your reading for today. Thank you for being here with me, and we're going to be seeing each other next time, okay? Bye-bye. Hello there, Pile 2. This is going to be the reading if you pick the Weasel and Pine. So we're going to be starting off with some oracle cards to see how your person is feeling towards you. Okay, Spirit, Pile number 2's person. How are they feeling right now towards Pile 2? We have Trapped, Stuck, Tied down, and Captive. Divine Masculine, Yang masculine energy. Memories, Reminiscing, Dwelling, and Bittersweet. So, I feel like this person, I feel like you've told them to step up somehow. Maybe you want more commitment. Maybe you want them to be more present. Maybe you want them to, just do things that you know will make you feel loved, right? And you have asked this person, you have chosen to be in a connection with this person because you know that they have the potential to provide these things for you. And that up to a certain extent, maybe they also want the same things that you want. But the difference here is that you're not afraid to say it. You're not afraid to ask for it. You're not afraid to give it, but they are, right? So here we have this person that actually wants to be this, they want to be this divine masculine or divine feminine, but they really feel trapped by their emotional immaturity or maybe even by their past, because they've behaved this way with someone in the past and they got hurt. So now it's a little bit complicated to step out of this cage and now believe that love is worth a shot no matter how many times we get hurt. Now let's get some messages from this person. Okay, interestingly enough, I'm just gonna take these 3 because they basically flew out. Very, very interesting. So, I can't talk to you right now. Could be a no contact situation. I can't stop thinking about you. And I am the man. This is interesting. I am the man. So, or I am the woman, depends. So this person, like this archetype, this way of being, this highest form of who they can be, that you have witnessed the potential in them to become. They know that they're not there, but they like to think that they are. I feel like that's the main thing, right? They like to think that they are, and you try maybe to make them understand that that is not the case. It's like, no, if you actually were this divine masculine, if you actually were this divine feminine, you would not be behaving this way. You would not be acting this way. You would not be responding to me in the ways that you respond to me. So no, you're not. No, you're not. And whenever you try to call them out, they shut down because they cannot handle it. It's like you are shattering their illusion right in front of their eyes all the time. You are shattering their sense of comfort, their sense of fake self. It's like you're ripping the mask off them, the mask that they created to present themselves to the world with, to feel more secure. You're ripping that mask off time and time again. You are calling them out. You want them to be authentic, even if that authenticity, it's not their highest self, but it's like, well, at least it's something. At least you're being real. At least you're not lying to yourself and to the rest of the world. At least you're you unfiltered, which is 10 times better, obviously. But this person feels triggered. It's like they hate you, but they love you at the same time. They love you, but they hate you at the same time. Let's take the tarot and see what it says. Okay, Spirit, please let us know how Piles 2 person is feeling about them. Spirit. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Here we have the Tower. The Tower even came out in the previous reading. The Tower is coming up a lot for a lot of people lately, honestly. Here we have the Emperor. And here we have the Hanged Man. Yep, you're making them second guess. But that's good because you're trying to, allow them to be authentic and to just be themselves. Also because if we do not admit to ourselves, if we do not come from a place of authenticity, we will never be able to heal. If we do not accept who we are in the present moment, we will not be able to move forward. That's how it is. So you're just trying to put them in front of common sense, in front of basic common sense, but this person really doesn't want to hear it. Every time that they hear something like this, every time that they hear, criticism, which is constructive criticism at the end of the day, you're saying this for them because even if you were to cut this person out of your life forever, you're going to be walking away with yourself, with your knowledge, with your empathy, with your emotional maturity. This person is going to be like this. Like they are the one that have to live with themselves. So that's it. You don't really get anything, let's say. You get to be with them if they get their shit together, but that's pretty much it, I think, right? So every single time that they hear this type of constructive criticism, it's like they feel criticized like they were when they were a child. This is literally an inner child wound. Whatever I do is never good enough. Whatever I say is never good enough. You're never happy. You're never satisfied with whatever I do. Well, obviously, if it's half-assed, if you have to do it after a billion times that I asked you to do it, of course, I'm not really going to like it. I'm not really going to enjoy it. But this person, they really feel like their inner child is being attacked. And they then operate on the same self-defense mechanisms that they did when they were a child in order to escape pain and, feeling less than, feeling worthless, and all of that. A part of them knows that you're saying this for their own good, but that inner child wound is stronger than whatever type of logic and love you might put in front of them. Let's see what else we have here. We have Death. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're planting seeds. And then we have the Three of Swords. You are definitely planting seeds in their head. For sure. Whether this transformation is going to happen, it doesn't matter the timing. It's going to happen at some point. It's going to happen. You're definitely planting seeds, and they know that you are rooting for them, but they need to defend that inner child, right? And this really breaks their heart because, you know, they feel very much seen by you, which is not really something that has ever happened to them, to have someone that is really interested in them as a person, that takes their time to speak to them, to allow them to think with their own head and to express opinions, and for those opinions to be appreciated and welcomed. They're not used to this, so they don't really know what to do with it, because I feel like there is love here, but this is exhausting, right? This is exhausting. They really know that you are rooting for them, but this person needs to defend their inner child with their life. That's really what they're doing. They wish that they could be that person for you, but they're not. And they don't really have an idea when that's going to happen, if it's ever going to happen. At some point, you're going to get tired, I believe, right? And maybe you're going to leave, you're going to be living your life, and that abandonment wound in them is going to get triggered, obviously. And they're going to maybe keep on digging their own grave. Be like, oh, see, I knew that you know, pile 2 was going to leave me. So like this victim mindset, it's just going to keep on going on. So let's see the actions towards you that your person is going to take in the next 2 months. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Four of Cups. I feel like they're going to come at you with empty promises again, and you're going to say, nope. I think I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending, right? I've heard this before. I know what you mean. I know what you want. I know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe it. So I feel like there's going to be, you know, them trying to, you know, make amends somehow, but it's not going to be enough. And so there's going to be this refusal from your part, which is more than understandable, honestly. So this is going to be your choice about what it is that you want to do with the situation, because it seems pretty exhausting. I feel like for a while, the cycle is going to keep going on. All right. All right, Pile 2, thank you for being here with me today. If it made sense, please let me know, and we're going to be seeing each other next time. Okay. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. This is going to be your reading if you picked the bee and the pomegranate. Yep. Okay, so let's see how your person feels about you. Let's start off with some oracles. All right. Spirit, how does Pile 3's person feel towards Pile 3? Okay, so we have loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. Thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, and affected. This person really wants to be with you, I'm seeing. Like they really have this sense of loyalty. It could be that this relationship doesn't really have the label of relationship just yet. And even if it doesn't have it, they are already feeling that sense of loyalty, that sense of love, that sense of like very strong connection, right? But it's like they're not really feeling super comfortable with this. They're not really feeling that comfortable. It's like they don't really understand what's happening. It's like, why am I so obsessed with Pile 3? Why am I always thinking about Pile 3? You know, it's like they don't really know what it is that is going on. I feel like maybe this person also has some trust issues, so it's complicated for them to open up and to just be with someone in a lighthearted way, in a trusting way, you know. They have this complication when it comes to taking this leap of faith because they're scared of getting hurt again. And so it could be that they're acting in a way that is very much off and you don't really understand why. Let's get some messages from them. Okay. I can't take it anymore. Yeah, they're very frustrated. They feel blocked. Why do I feel this way? Drugs and alcohol. Wow, it could be that there are some that there is an addiction in progress. It doesn't have to be necessarily with drugs and alcohol. It could be that they are a workaholic. It could be that they are addicted to, I don't know, video games. It could be that they are addicted to adult content. It could be anything. Anything that allows them to escape their emotions. So because of this sense of fear that you might hurt them, this escapism becomes stronger. And so they run away. The more they feel this intense love growing, the more they feel these deep emotions towards you, the more they have to escape. The more they just, and they cannot take it anymore. Seriously, they're very frustrated because they don't want to behave this way. They don't want this. They just want to be with you. They just want to, do everything with you, being lighthearted. Feeling the love, giving love, receiving love, being trustworthy, being open and vulnerable. They want that more than anything else. But there's this blockage inside of them. I don't even know at this point if they know that it's stuff that they lived in their past or just stuff that they witnessed even. It doesn't have to be necessarily something that they have lived in first person. Because to be honest, if we have to take a look at all the relationships these days, everybody is out here cheating. Everybody is being unfaithful. Everybody, so we see this and it's like, what? It doesn't really give us that urge to find love, to be in love. It doesn't give us that urge. It's actually the exact opposite. We have this fear of ending up with the wrong person, right? Okay. Let's see what the tarot has for you. Okay, Spirit. Talk to me about Pile 3's feelings. Pile 3's person's feelings towards Pile 3. Pile 3's person's feelings toward Pile 3. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Hierophant. Yep, there's commitment issues here. And we have the Ten of Wands. Yes, this person, they want to come towards you like crazy. They want to come towards you like crazy. They feel so powerless because they're so scared of commitment. They're so scared of getting hurt. They're terrified, really. They're terrified. It's like the same fear that we would have if we were to stand in front of a tiger. Their body is in fight or flight. But they want to come towards you so bad. There's nothing that they want more than connection. They're thinking about you all the time. Maybe they're even talking about you all the time to their friends and their family, their therapist. Or maybe they're even getting readings about you, because they want to know about you. They're interested. They want to be connected to you. They want a life with you, right? They want all of that. But they're so painfully afraid of commitment. Also, relationships are hard work. Relationships, you invest a lot of time. You invest a lot. Relationships, they change who you are as a person. We are never the same person after a relationship. There's something about us that got modified, whether in positive or negative. And to invest all of this time and all of this energy into something that could potentially break our heart, it's something that is for the brave. To enter a relationship and to risk this much, but to still live it with lightheartedness and happiness and joyful and all of those emotional, that positive emotional aspect of falling in love and being with someone, that is for the brave. That really is for the brave. And for people that are not as traumatized, or for the people that really work through the trauma, because that is very, right now as an adult, thinking about investing all of that, it's insane. It's crazy. It's scary. It really is. So they're afraid of doing all of this work for the wrong person. Let's get some more cards. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Moon. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. It could be that this person is telling you, no, it's fine. I just want to be friends with you. I just want to be friends. I don't feel that much. I don't have like deep feelings towards you. Like, let's just be friends. Oh, no, that's their fear talking. That is their fear talking. They don't want to let you know that they're terrified. It could be that they don't even know that they're terrified. They don't even know that. It's just like, you know what? I don't really want anything serious right now because, you know, I'm in this moment of my life in which I'm focusing on myself and all of those excuses when in reality it's all fear. They're saying all of these things to cover up their fact that they're terrified, right? They don't want to seem insecure in front of you. They don't want to look fearful. They don't want to look like a deer in headlights in front of you. They don't. They want to move on from this type of thinking because they know that they're gonna lose you if they don't speak up, if they do not make a bold move towards you. They know that. I don't have the sense that they're willing to take that chance or that risk. Yep. So here we have the Sun. Here we have the Knight of Cups. They're gonna come towards you in the next couple months. And here we have the Seven of Pentacles and also the Eight of Wands. They really want to come towards you. They're gonna come towards you in the next couple months with an offer of some sorts. Here we have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor. It could be that this person only feels love through physical intimacy. And so if they were to do this and they're going to come towards you only with this type of intention, you are already going to know. And you can absolutely say, no, thank you. I'm not doing this, you know, because it's not really done with bad intention. It's not done with bad intention, but that's the only way that they know how to feel love. Definitely this person has a dark side, and the dark side is that they need to have control over the situation at all times. It's either their way or the highway. But you're going to have to let them know now. You're going to have to let them know that it's going to be the highway. You don't care. You don't care. I feel like you've waited long enough. You've been patient enough. You've been closing an eye on things enough. It's time to let them know that you're not about that. That either come right or they don't come at all. Right? All right, Pile 3, thank you for being here with me today. If it resonated, please let me know. And we're going to be seeing each other next time. Okay? Bye-bye.